I'm making this video on this topic of revenge. So, how do you operate in this world when you, as a chosen, are faced with your opponents, which is probably and mostly the evil energy in the world? So, basically, what Stoics would do in those scenarios, I wanted to talk about that. And I believe, and that's exactly how I live by in my day to day life. If you live by those Stoic principles, then definitely you do not become like your enemy. So, your enemy is the low vibrational people who are jealous of you and who want to bring your vibration down. You meet them in the public spaces outside who throw their demonic energies at you, who give you bad stares, who try and do pour spells and witchcraft on you, the witches and the warlocks, talking about them. So, I'll tell you how can you deal with it. As I'm also going to talk about my day-to-day experience, and since I make this video for the community, for my vibe tribe, that's how we're going to handle it. So I'll just read out this. It says, what they're doing is terrible. It's short-sighted, much of it is illegal, the news is depressing, and their interactions are disappointing. So have you heard them in the public space? They just blabber and talk nonsense just to irritate you, just to bring your demons out? That's exactly who they are. So, welcome to the living in a world filled with the kind of people that it's always been filled with: jerks, crooks, bullies, overconfident morons. And you think that Seneca didn't face all of that? Of course he did. Probably in his time, things were even worse. So, how did he fight? How did Stoics actually fight the bad guys? So the best Stoics did not reply. They did not simply accept the awfulness of their times or participate in the corruption. They were part of the resistance. They were the valiant opposition. And they didn't always succeed, though they did try many times. So sometimes they were able to defeat the opponent, and other times they just couldn't. But they always did this, and how they sought revenge, right? So, but they did always get their revenge, and it is a way that we can get revenge today. The Stoics did not let the awfulness and the evil of their times make them awful and evil. They took their revenge, as Marcus Aurelius said, we must not become our enemy by copying them. They took their revenge by being good, decent, and kind. They took their revenge by living their lives well, by enjoying the beauty of the world and demonstrating beauty in their own choices. And so must we. So you see, the beautiful lesson that we get to learn from Stoics is, and I'm glad because that's how I've been living my life. I never want to copy and fall down to their level because they just want to bring your vibration down. They try and copy you. They be studying you. And then they just try and create a really poor, cheap image of yourself, which probably is not even close to who you are. So you need not fall down like them. Like today I was in the grocery store and there was this evil old woman with terrible look, how she looked like shit, and also the terrible look in her eyes. And she forcingly just brushed past me. Because see, all these demonic beings, they do not respect your space. And they want to forcingly just barge into you because they're jealous of who you are. Because they're jealous of your creativity, of your skill. They're jealous of how you could stay so confident. And this white woman, she literally barged into me. And that was so disgusting. Like, I could have clearly fought and raised my voice, but I didn't do that. Because I also see there was another woman in the queue. She was so polite. She was so nice. This another decent, beautiful human, I should say she was an angel. She saw that I just had a bag of green apples and I was behind her in the queue. But this angel, this white woman, she was an angel. She told me that, no, you go ahead first. So I had a lot of respect for her. Not because she just let me in the queue first, but because of how beautiful was her gesture. She was not thinking of herself. She was not being selfish in the moment. But this other white woman who has been just trying to cast her evil looks to people, to throw up negativity, these people are themselves sad and they want to throw up hate and disgust onto other people of the white light. So again, it's not about who you are, what community you come from. It's just a vibe thing. People of your vibe tribe, people from the light side, people who are lovers, who are creators, who believe in creating beauty on the planet, they're always going to support you. And you would see those angels in the external world. And the other demonic beings who are just energy vampires, you get to see those a lot as well. So the message here is we need not be like them, but that does not mean that you are just going to be walked all over. So if you see an injustice and if you feel that you need to make a complaint or you need to raise your voice that out, use your voice. Because the times we are in, it's very clear and evident. The demon is out there wreaking havoc just because they think that, oh, you're a nice person. You're the nice guy, you're the nice girl. So you're not going to raise your voice because you're just too kind, submissive. They've taken your innocence, your goodness, which is actually your power. They have mistreated that as an illusion themselves as, oh, you guys are weak. They have just misunderstood you completely. And they do not know that when somebody who has been silent all this while, when they start speaking the truth, that's going to shake up the entire planet. They do not know the power of communication. They think that screaming and yelling and talking like vulgar in public with their cheap friends is going to scare you. Absolutely no. Absolutely no. And it's time that you, as a chosen, you reckon your power. And even if you fail in a lot of things that you do, that's okay. Just see to how you can improve it the next time. And it's okay to fail as long as you do not stop. I failed so many times in so many endeavors of life, but I keep going. Even when I was a young child at school, I used to participate in all of the sports. Though the other girls in my school, those girls were very much faster than me. And they won all of the relay race. Even my sister, she was much stronger than me. But that did not stop me from participating in the game. So I've always participated. And many times I've not won any award. But then there was other space which I was very good at, like speaking, like my communication skill has been very good. So I was a very good speaker and I won a lot of awards in speech, in elocution, in debates, in expressing who I was as a child. And that's what I nurture and hone as an adult too. So don't just give up because you have failed and you think that I tried this many times and I've failed. Go for that one more try. Keep on trying till you get it. So Charles Bukowski states this: the real art form that wants to come out of you will come at your worst time, when you feel that you've been completely broken down and shattered down by the world outside. And that's when all of the life to that person which you were trying to suppress inside of you, that another soul in you, which is who you truly are, by the way, that breathes in. Now that is what's got that life. Now that angel comes out and you feel your power through that. But if you just keep suppressing that because you think, oh, but it's not giving me any finances, it's not giving me any sort of external benefit, you just kill that. And you should not kill the true you who you are. And don't look for people's validation. Like who's the world outside to tell you how you should be? Who's the world outside? A bunch of clowns who are going to judge you? A bunch of jokers out there who are going to tell you that, oh, I don't approve of you. Don't be a beggar. Don't seek their validation. But express yourself fully. Don't just live in darkness because you are too fearful of how you're going to be perceived. Anyhow, you are going to get judged by society. No matter how rich you become, no matter how handsome you become, no matter how beautiful you become, if you're a girl, if you're a young girl, especially for the younger people, because they are too much identified with beauty. Like, I should be most beautiful because I'm a young girl in school and I'm a young guy. So they are so much identified with this look thing. But that is all anyhow going to fade with age. and then the new generation comes up, and even beyond that, it's far deeper. It's about who you are. What is your character? Don't just stick on to these small petty little things of how am I going to look outside externally, but rather believe in working and developing yourself from within. Because the moment you start seeking approval and validation, then one day, if you do not look like that perfect picture, that that angel, then people would say, oh, she's too ugly. So let them say you're ugly. Let them have any sort of opinion about you. What is important is you bring out your expressive juices of life. Be it whatever way, be it dance, be it writing, be it singing, be it whatever creative act you want. Because you are born on the planet to express yourself. What the world outside, what the enemy outside wants you to do is shrink your light. Because every time you have dimmed your light, they feed on to that energy. So don't be scared that if I raise my voice against this, oh, there is law and order and they're going to suppress me. You do not know. Probably you found the glitch in the system, you report it, and you are the force for that change. But if you keep dimming your voice because you're too scared of loss, of fear of failure, you're going to get nowhere ahead. And don't look for, I need somebody to help me. There's nobody in this world who's going to help you. You are your own strongest support and help. Use your own powers. As long as you're depending on somebody else, my husband, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my father, my grandmother, my boss, my this, my that, nobody is going to help you. Because they see that you are too weak. And the moment somebody senses that you are dependent on them, they're going to exploit you. Save yourself from all of that bullshit, because all of these are tactics and ways to keep you weak so that you never wake up to your own true power, so that you never wake up and roar. Stop being like those other cowards. Stop being like those other sheeps who all just hang out together in a bunch because they're too scared to stand out alone. You are the real tiger. You are the true dragon. Go out and slay the demons now. And the demons are not just outside. Demons are inside of you. Demons are outside as well. Make sure that you do your best to slay them both. To your limiting voice that says, I can't do this. To the limiting voice that says, they are too strong. How do you know? Stop assuming that they are smarter just because they talk loud, just because they fake to be better than you, just because they've been fucking lying their whole lives. That doesn't make a lie the truth. Two things can never, ever stop, which is the truth and the sun. These two things will always outshine as long as you do not choose to dim your light. So just don't dim your light and be who you are, because that is exact place of your courage, your power. And that's when the gods meet you and they'll speak to you. They will let them just create what they want to create through you.